Hi guys, today we're going to explore exercise progressions for legs. Legs are a very complex set of muscle groups, so we're going to be able to do just a few exercises and throw in some plyometrics at the end. It's our largest muscle group, so that means that when we work our legs, we're working a very, very complex set of muscles, and because of that, it brings great benefit to weight loss, because our bodies need a long time to recuperate after working our legs, and that helps us metabolize more. By metabolizing to that extent, the fires are being stoked inside our bodies and we're burning fat. You combine that with a really good diet, one that's low fat, high protein, lots of veggies, good fiber, and you're talking about a great combination for losing weight. Okay? So we're going to start today with our first move, which is the lunge. The lunge is a great exercise to do for legs, and a lunge, very simply, it looks like this. Make sure that this foot is facing forward, as is your back foot. You don't want to lean forward, you want to stay nice and straight. Okay? Now, a way of progressing the lunge is by taking that same move and adding a pulse, and then you can make that even a little bit harder by adding a pulse, and then back down, a hold of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back up, a pulse, and then adding a hold of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm already starting to feel my quads burning. It's a really great way to add more strength into a very simple move. Now, a great way of working a lunge is to add stability. In this case, we're going to put a bosu, and you're going to put your front foot on the bosu, back foot back, and same thing. And already you can see my foot and my leg are working tremendously. That instability is making my legs work even harder because we're working even smaller muscle groups, stabilizer muscle groups, plus the large muscle groups of the quad. Okay? Now, you can make that a little bit more harder and a little bit more core-based by taking that move, coming down, out, side, side, back in and up, down, out, side, side, back in and up. And by doing that, you're adding instability. And by adding instability, you're increasing that same move, which is in this case a lunge, a very simple exercise, and making it that much more complex, which is really what you're after in all exercise progressions. Okay? Now, let's take another move, which is the squat. And simply, what you want to do with the squat is come back, make sure that your knees are not in front of your toes, try to go as low as you possibly can, and up, down, and up. Okay? What I like to do is then to add in a pulse, just like we did with the lunge. Pulse, and back up. And then you can add a hold in a pulse as well. So pulse, up, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and repeat as many times as you can. I like to do 10 to 12 repetitions. You know, you can go even further than that. Remembering that you will burn out with your legs pretty quickly, so you don't want to go too far. Okay? Now, another way of working legs as well are step-ups. And by step-ups, simply what the word says is to grab some kind of a surface, and in this case, it's this step right here, and stepping up and down. Right? Now, I like to add in, at times, a lunge into this move as well. So I'll come into a lunge this way, and then back up, kick, back down, lunge, back up, and kick. By that, I'm adding balance on the standing foot. I'm working that leg in a greater range of motion. Okay? And you can do that with different heights of step-ups. And in this case, it's a 26-inch box. And you can also add in a lunge and come up and kick. And because the box is that much higher, that means that my leg really, really has to work through a very, very great range of motion, which means I'm really digging into a lot of muscle groups, not least of which are the backs of my legs as well. So come up and kick and back down. Now, another way of working legs is to do plyometric exercises with steps. You can find something like a park bench or even steps in your house and try to see if you can do some jump ups, right? I like to do jump ups with a squat. So you come down, squat, jump up, back down, squat, and jump up. What you want to do always is to land lightly. Don't make a lot of noise like that. You want to just jump up, nice and light, and back down, okay? I like to put a marker on my steps at times just so I have a place to land. And as in the step up, you can also increase the height of the box, and that makes the plyometric move that much harder. Your body has to work harder to jump up, okay? I also like to add in some kind of marker, sometimes a surface like this where I have to land onto, and that works on my balance, making my core work that much harder, okay? So that's a very simple beginning explanation of leg exercises. Next week we're going to start looking at some other leg exercises like inner thighs, glutes, and hamstrings. And then from there we're going to move on to abs, core, and after that upper body, shoulders, biceps, and triceps. All right guys? Stay strong.